Hey, what is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Yes, that is a candle. And yes, today I want to start out my video by actually answering your real questions. Last video, I made a little bit of a joke. How, you guys were harassing me on Twitter with questions. And the joke was you guys weren't. So I figured, why not start this video out and actually read a few of them? First question is actually coming in from John. This one says, Brando, do you remember the time we got lost on a hiking trail and it started to rain really bad and the temperatures dropped, so we took off our clothes and danced as the storm passed overhead, and then got down on the ground and carved our initials in the pussy willow tree by the river, and then after that, we stared at the sky butt naked holding hands? No, I don't. You actually got the wrong person. It just shows me how far off the spectrum you are. I mean, like, I'm going to move on to the next question. This is probably going to be the last one, guys, just because the ones that you guys are sending me are a little bit weird. Not going to lie. You guys are kind of freaks. But this one is from Dalton. It says, Brando, I heard making money online is like trying to get a dog to meow. It's impossible. Well, Dalton, I don't know where you grew up from and what kind of dogs you associate around, but boy, I'm about to blow your mind here at how easy this actually is. Rocky? Speak. Totally. Alright, welcome back to another video, guys. Today what we are going to be talking about is the 3 ways you can go out there and make $2,500. Alright, I'm not talking about the animal, like $2,500, not doll hairs. Alright, literally $2,500 in the next 30 days. If you apply this, it'll help you from going from where you are to where you want to be, and you won't have to be dirt broke anymore. Okay, so if you're playing with dirt right now, and that's how broke you are, I'm going to share with you 3 strategies you can begin implementing to make, an extra $2,500 a month. So pretty much, you're going to want to stick with me till the end of this video because you're going to learn exactly how to become Happy Johnny right here, who's got so much money he doesn't know what to do with it, and you're going to be able to get away from being miserable, sad Sally. You don't want to be miserable, sad Sally. She's actually in her own fecal matter. She's playing with dirt and she is not happy. You can tell she's not happy. She's got 4 eyeballs there. I guess. I don't know. My drawings are bad. Anyway, this is all going to be around freelancing, which I haven't really talked about before on my channel, which is funny enough how I got started online in like 2012. All right, so being a freelancer out there in the marketplace, if you don't know what this is, it's pretty much providing services for companies, professionals, entrepreneurs online in general, just a generic term. Entrepreneurs, it's providing a service to help these people out. So a good example would be there are people out there in like the e-commerce space, who use Shopify. All right, there's a lot of people, millions of people using Shopify to do drop shipping, right? They're selling products from China and they're drop shipping those products. Some of you guys know what Shopify is and drop shipping. Some of you guys don't. If you don't, go watch some of my videos and get a little bit educated on the process. But if you do, all right, you're selling products from like China and you're putting them on your store. Well, the reality is building a Shopify store, listing your products, creating a product description, creating a terms and service and conditions on your website. It takes a lot of time and energy, and then going out and finding products and branding those product images for your own name, your own Shopify store. It's a lot of time. So the cool thing with freelancing is what it allows you to do is it allows you to help those people in that marketplace, all right, where there's a demand and need in the marketplace, you can provide that service. Okay, so for people who are building out their websites, you can do their product description and terms and conditions for them. You can do all of their Photoshop layout, like you can pick their images, create their logos for them. Okay, and you can charge them fees. It's pretty much being your own consultant and service provider for entrepreneurs. Okay, and that's one example. You could do logo design, you could do video marketing for people, creating videos and tutorials and testimonials for specific products and brands. A good example, if you're a little bit confused, is if we go to a marketplace called Fiverr, which is one of the ways I'm going to share with you guys today. If you create your own account on Fiverr, I'm actually logged into just a test account I created probably 10 minutes before starting this stream. This is a test account for buying gigs, for purchasing actual services. But Fiverr, you can come here and you can start posting services around your interests, around your hobbies, and you can get customers coming to you. You don't have to go out there and like learn advertising and SEO or any of that stuff. This is literally where it all goes down. Now, I want to give you guys a tip if you are a newbie on the internet and you've struggled to make money online, or this is your first inception, and that is get into a high in demand, high competition service. Okay, so high in demand, high competition service is going to be graphic design. All right, it's going to be digital marketing. It's going to be pretty much all these categories here, but really focusing in on like writing and translation, digital marketing, video, music and audio, and graphic design. These top 5 right here, all right, are going to be ones that I'm going to encourage newbies to focus on, which means what you can do as a new person is you can tap into that and you can offer your services at a fraction of the price of what these other guys are doing, and you can begin getting people to you and spending money with you. Okay, so again, examples of what a competitive niche is everyone out there on the face of the internet. There's literally trillions of websites out there in e-commerce, in drop shipping, people who have traditional businesses like dentists, lawyers in your local community. They have websites, or they're trying to build out websites, but again, they don't want to create their own terms and service because it's going to take too much time to write up. They don't want to go out there and have to do product research. They don't want to go out there and have to Photoshop and create their own logos. So what you can do is become knowledgeable on those things. If you don't know and you're wondering, well, Brando, I don't know how to do graphic design, I'm not good at writing articles. Well, guess what? If you can send text messages on a day-to-day basis and interact on social media, creating status updates, you can sure as hell write an article. All right. And you can actually get paid for doing that. Just think of it as longer texting. All right. Makes sense. But the cool thing is, people don't want to do those things because they take up too much time. Some of them are too complicated. And what you can do if you don't know how to do those things, you can come over to YouTube. I know it's a no-brainer, but you can type in graphic design and you can learn how to do graphic design. You can learn how to create logos in under an hour. And now you're knowledgeable. Now you become an expert on the field in a competitive, in-demand niche. Okay, does that make sense? So now what you could do is you could create an account on Fiverr and you could put up, a service where you're going to create people's logos and business cards and illustrations for their company or business or whatever they want for like $5, $10. You're going to lower your price compared to your competition who's probably charging for logo designs like $30, $40. All right. I mean, if we check them out, they're starting at $6, but if we click on them, they're like $40 as a standard fee and $80 for a premium fee. What you do is you come in here, you look at the competition and you lower your prices and you give more value. You give better designs, better logos. Again, if you don't know how to do that, become knowledgeable on a competitive niche, a high in demand niche. So then you can capitalize on those niches, which would be graphic design, digital marketing, writing and translation, video and animation is a big one too, and music and audio. Those are all really, really big ones. The other ones you can tap into, but I mean, I don't encourage it unless you got a really big, bold personality. Like if we type in like Jesus here, I'll share with you what I mean. We have a guy who's on Fiverr. He's been a legend for a long time. You may have seen him before, but Jesus, we can buy a video from him for $30, okay? And we can pay him $60 for a premium video. And in the video, he says whatever we want him to say, and he has a different background. So here he is.
Hello, mortals. It's me, your favorite Lord and Savior, Jesus.
All right, and he could say literally anything. That's how ridiculous some of the jobs are on Fiverr, but they do work. If we look at some of his listings, he says, hallelujah, over 4,000 orders on Fiverr. And this was a couple months ago that he posted this. Okay, just because I stalk him, I keep up to him. I'm a fanboy, okay? I'm just kidding. It's a joke. All right, but he's got 4,000 orders on Fiverr, partially because a lot of influencers shouted him out. They liked him. He was doing something unique and different. So unless you're going to do this, I highly encourage, unless you got some creative new twist you want to add to your freelancing services, I encourage you when starting out as a freelancer, provide services in a competitive, in-demand niche. That's easy to become knowledgeable in, like graphic design, digital marketing, writing, and translation. Like, you can actually proofread and edit people's blogs, all right? You can create people's resumes and cover letters, and you can look at people on Fiverr, and you can see they're charging $51 to design a resume and cover letter. All right. People writing resumes, again, $50, $80, $100. That's what they're charging. Okay. Those are premium services. So what you can do is you can come in here, you can say, okay, how can I capitalize on some of this? Well, I can become knowledgeable on how to write a proper resume if you don't already. All right. And then what I can do is I can create an account on Fiverr. I can post my service to, write a professional resume. And I'm going to only charge people $30 or $20. And I'm going to do a hell of a lot better job than this individual here. All right, that's what you can do. Give more value in the beginning than it is the monetary gain you get back. All right, makes sense? That's how you're going to win on services like Fiverr and other freelancing sites. But that's literally all there is to it, just the simplicity behind it. So I encourage tapping into this, becoming knowledgeable on one of these 5 things. Like, people are going to pay you for you doing video marketing for them, for doing a promotional video for them, for you editing their videos. All right. People are looking for people to do this. Why? Because it takes up time. It's too complicated. It's too hectic for people out there. They don't have enough time to learn how to do these things. So they're willing to pay for your services if you're knowledgeable on that. And the cool thing about Fiverr is I'm logged in as a buyer right now. I want you guys to keep this in mind. If I were a seller, if I was going to start selling services, all right, putting yourself in a buyer's shoes like me, what a buyer can do is they can post a request, which is really cool. If you're wondering, well, Brando, how can I get my first service paid for? How can I get my first client to buy my service? That's what I mean. Well, the cool thing is you can actually, as a buyer, you can post and request to the seller community, which if we're a seller, we get to go and look at what buyers are requesting. So we'll actually be able to see if we can help out specific individuals instead of running an advertisement, instead of chatting with people on Facebook. Okay, we can do this all on Fiverr, where we can network with people who are looking for our services, and then we can suggest them a bid. If you don't understand what I'm talking about, because I don't have a seller account on Fiverr. I haven't done Fiverr since about 2013, 2014. I want to go over to freelancer.com. All right, so Freelancer is pretty much a competitive website to Fiverr. Okay, but if you go to Freelancer and you go to find work, obviously you want to create an account first, and then obviously pick the service in the competitive niche that you want to provide services to, whether that's article writing, you're going to edit people's videos, you're going to help people do their HTML coding, whatever. Okay, it doesn't have to be technical, it doesn't have to be hard, but I highly encourage, like I said, working in a competitive niche that's high in demand. That's where you're going to make a lot of good money right in the next 30 days from the get-go. If you go and do something crazy and unique, it's going to take time to market and build your brand. Okay, so here's something right here. Look at translating something. Okay, so we went to find work and now we're browsing through the projects. Somebody is willing to pay how much money? $250 to $750 American to translate something. And this person can go to Google and literally get it translated for free, but they're willing to pay this. So I'm assuming it's like a big project that they're wanting. Okay, so they're willing to do this. That's a big deal. And you can see that they've already paid a couple people, or these are people bidding on it. Okay, and there's other jobs related to translation. English to French translator, somebody's willing to pay, I think this is Hong Kong dollars, all right, 240 to 2,000 Hong Kong, which I think is $5 to $10, I think, okay, but pretty damn cool. So let's go back here. We'll be able to see I'm looking for people who can help me in iOS development for $5. I'm looking for a logo design. So if you became knowledgeable on graphic design after watching a YouTube video on how to do it, which you can become an expert in under an hour, if you've never learned how to do it before as a newbie, become knowledgeable, become the expert. All right, where there's a field that's in demand, become knowledgeable on that. So again, you can capitalize. I know I'm reiterating myself, but guys, don't limit yourself based on what you think you don't know. Get starting to know things, okay? Makes sense? All right. Anyway, back here, look, a guy is willing to pay for a logo design $10 to $30. What we could do is create a Freelancer account, all right? And then what we can do is we can contact this individual, all right? We can put a bid on it, and then we can also contact them, and we can be like, hey, here's some logo designs that we've done or that I've done. Here's some mock-ups. I'm willing to do the job for 20 bucks. Okay, because all these other people, they're wanting to charge $50 and $50. Like, your competition is overpricing themselves. If you can come in here and lowball your competition, but give and deliver that value, guess what? You're gonna win every time with sites like Fiverr and Freelancer. Now you gotta be consistent with this strategy. Not everyone you message is gonna message you back. People are busy, okay, even who are looking to pay for services, but that's the key criteria. Like, it's so simple. Look at this one. Someone wants to hire a ghostwriter, which is somebody who writes articles for their blog, and they want to actually be able to collaborate and negotiate, you know, and this person has to write anywhere between 800 and 1,000 words, okay, for the assignment. They need about 3 hours of hiring at $10 to $30 an hour. That's not that bad. Okay, $10 to $30 every single hour, and somebody's already got this in progress. Okay, so they've already hired somebody. Okay, but you can see what's the competition charging? $41, $30, $100. Okay, $30. Okay, so all you do, you come in here, you create a freelancer account, you lowball your competition, you give them examples of kind of content that you've created, have some mock-ups that people can see of writing that you've done, all right? And then once you give them those examples, they're gonna look at that, they're gonna be like, okay, for 20 bucks, this person's gonna write my article. Awesome, I wanna do this. I wanna be able to actually do business with this person, all right? That's how you do it. That's how you break through as a new person and you start making your first couple sales online. Okay, does that make sense? So I could go through this all day and all night. All right, social media marketing, $319. Like there's big plans in here, there's low plans. So if you know how to do social media marketing, you know how to remove URLs and you know how to log in, okay, this person is looking to pay anywhere from $250 to $750 for somebody to do their social media marketing. You can see people are charging a lot of money, okay? Or people are coming in here and lowballing it a little bit, okay? So again, we would come in here if we were knowledgeable on how to market, and we would, submit a request to this individual. Now, with these two strategies, okay, Fiverr and Freelancer, how you make money is simply by negotiating with people daily. Again, with Fiverr and Freelancer, I would say you want to message people, I'd say about 10 people a day. All right, 10 people a day is going to equal about 300 people per month. Out of those 300 people per month that you message, you're probably on average maybe going to get, I'm going to say 15 jobs. You're going to get hired about 15 times. If you're really persistent and you're really following up with people, you're giving value, you'll probably get hired for about 15 gigs, which can equal, all right, okay, anywhere from, I'm going to say $100 to $200, all right, an average sale. Okay, because usually what will happen is when these people buy from you once, they're going to buy from you again. And assuming that maybe you use freelancer.com and you come across a couple bids that are between that, okay, that are between, what is it, $100 and $200. So you're charging for a service to write everyone's whole product description on their website, all their articles. You're willing to do that and market on their social media for $100 or $200. Well, guess what that would equal? If you're charging people $200, that's going to equal, what is that? That's 200, all right, times 15. Let's just do the math here. Sorry, guys, my brain is operating very slow right now. That's going to be $3,000 in 1 month. All right, $3,000 in 1 month by getting 15 customers at $200 a pop. All right, that's less than a customer a day. Can you do this? Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, how do you do this? Well, like I suggested, you find a competitive niche based on one of these examples: graphic design, digital marketing, writing and translation, voice and animation, because those are high in demand things. Everyone who's got a website or product they're trying to promote or sell online, they need help with all of these things. So it's very high in demand. And if you can capitalize on that, all right, you can really build a business and make some serious money in the next 30 days. Okay. Now, again, you may not be able to, right, in your first 30 days, charge $200 for your services unless it's a big project. You might not be able to do that. You might have to start at charging your services at $50, or you might have to start charging at $20, or hell, even $5. Okay. But if you follow this strategy, you're definitely going to be able to hit that $2,500. If not in your first 30 days, your next 60 days, at least bare minimum, okay, if you're slacking. So that is another way. And the cool thing with this is, again, what do you do with Freelancer and Fiverr? All you do, you create an account. You start connecting and networking with people on the site, okay? Start putting your bid on these specific projects that you're interested in. So look at if you're into writing articles, or you want to be somebody who can provide that service for writing articles, because it's like texting but a little bit longer, then look for all the article writing jobs here and start bidding on them. Start connecting with 10 people a day. All right, not spamming people and harassing people, but message 10 people a day. And also put your own listing up on there. People will find you after they go through some stuff. Same with Fiverr. That's what you do. You have to keep looking at the seller community, seeing what buyers are looking for when it comes to purchasing services, and following up, bidding lower than your competition, but over delivering that value. That's as simple as it gets, guys. As a new person, you don't have to go out there and learn advertising. You don't have to go out there and like market and brand yourself. None of that. Okay. So that's the cool thing about doing this on freelancing sites. Now, if we go to another example, this is the third way you can go out there. Now, this is an affiliate marketing freelancing site, and what we can do here is we can search for things that are in our interest, that are into the money-making niches. As you can see, there's a lot of trending searches like Bitcoin, iPhone, fitness, mortgage. Let's say I'm into weight loss. Okay, let's say one of my passions is like weight loss, and I kind of want to start out as a newbie based around my passion. Let's just say that. So what I could do here is I could type in like food, okay? Because I know people who are into diet, health, and fitness, well, they got to diet, they got to eat differently, okay? So we could type in food here. And then what we could do is we could look through all these different offers. What we're looking for, and what I'm going to encourage you to look for as a new person if you're dirt broke, is on Offer Vault, look for things that are going to pay you based on lead generation. Not sales, but actual lead generation, because it's easy to generate a lead. All you have to do is drive traffic to an opt-in page. An opt-in page is something that looks like this. It's a capture page where you collect a name and email. Every time somebody enters their name and email on a specific page for a company, all right, guess what? You get paid. So it's dead simple. It's easy to do. So with this example here, we have all these different options. Some of them are going to pay you $22 per sale. Some of them are going to pay you $25 per lead. Again, every time somebody would enter their name and email here, with this specific offer right here, they would pay me $25 if I got a lead to opt in there, somebody that entered their name and their email. Now, I've actually gone ahead and I found an offer. Okay, this one's actually from Martha Stewart. It is a food box recipe. They deliver fresh, pre-portioned ingredients directly to your door. So every time we generate a lead, so somebody comes to this Martha Stewart page, they land on it, they click the button, and then they enter their name and email. Every single time they do that, we would get paid $25. Now, we would have to join the network and get accepted by the network. But let's say hypothetically, we've gone ahead, we've done that, and we can actually preview the landing page where people do this so we can check it out. Okay, so every time somebody lands on her page, they click this button here. All right, and they go through it. Every time somebody either buys something and or if they go to the bottom of her main page, which is right here, which it says stay in the loop, you guys see that? Where it says it right here, every time somebody enters their email address and hits subscribe, we would get paid 25 bucks. Okay? Simple. You guys following me here? Newbie friendly stuff. I told you, not technical at all. All right? So if that doesn't get you excited of how stupidly simple this is, I don't know what will. But let's just say we've gone ahead, we've got accepted by the network, they've given us our affiliate link, and now we're going to start getting leads to here. We're going to start making some money from this. So now the big question is, well, Brando, I'm starting to message people on Fiverr, 10 people a day on Fiverr. I'm starting to message 10 people on Freelancer. I'm doing that. I'm getting some traction, but how can I go out there and even with this, Offer Vault, how can I go out there and actually start talking to my target audience based on the services I'm offering, based on what I'm trying to do? Very, very simple, guys. Very simple. What you can do is you can go to Facebook groups. I've talked about this before in other videos, so I'm not going to elaborate on it too much, but what you can do is you can go to Facebook groups and you can search for things. I'm going to talk about this specific Facebook group in a second, but here's what we do. We just type in things related to our specific niche. So if we were into like article writing, we would join an article writing Facebook group. Okay. If we were into graphic design, we would join a graphic design Facebook group, or you can think outside the box and join businesses and entrepreneurs who are trying to build out their businesses and be able to get in those groups. So an example of this would be, let's say I'm on Fiverr. Okay, I know I'm kind of all over the place here. We're going to bring it all together. It's going to make sense here. Give me 5 minutes, 5 more minutes, and it's all going to make sense, and then we're going to close out. But let's say I'm on Fiverr, and I posted a service that is around proofreading and writing people's resumes and editing people's websites. Okay, let's say that's what it is. I write resumes, I help people write their resumes, and I posted my gig on Fiverr, and I'm not making any money yet, but I messaged 10 buyers in the community, in the selling community. Okay, so I did that. And let's say I created a Freelancer account and I did the exact same thing. I posted my job, my services for writing people's resumes. I lowballed my service, I over-delivered with value, but nobody's bought from me yet. Okay, so what can I do with these two freelancing strategies? I can come over to Facebook, okay, and I can type in things that people are already into business. So I know people who are building a business online, like Shopify businesses, are into Shopify. So I could just type in Shopify generically and search that. And I can see that there are Shopify Facebook groups right here. okay, that I can join. Some of them have 63,000 members. Some of them have 30,000 members, 18,000 members, 23,000 members. And like I said in the beginning, a lot of people in the e-commerce business niche, they're newbies and they don't know how to set up their website. They don't know how to write their blog articles. So even though I'm writing resumes here, I could cater off into the proofreading and editing, all right, section. I could help people write out their descriptions for their websites. Okay, so I can come over here and I can check out some of these groups. Again, I want to only add myself to a group that is probably closed. Closed groups are a lot better, guys. The reason why you want to add yourself to a closed group as opposed to a public group is because public groups are more spammy, more pitchy. Private closed groups, I should say, not private, but closed groups, you have to actually go through a process. Okay, you get accepted after a while. Sometimes when you try to get yourself into one of these groups, you have to answer a couple questionnaires before you get accepted, but they're more engaged and more active. You can see there's 381 posts, 2,400 posts in the last 30 days, 4,000 plus members in the last 30 days. So this is a fairly active group. That's what I want to join. Okay, so I just joined this group. We could search up another group. Again, you want to join about 10 groups, okay, based around your services you're offering. And why would we do this? Because we're into writing articles, we're into logo design, we're into helping people finish out their websites. Everyone who's got a Shopify site is struggling with that. They don't have the time to do that. So I can begin networking with these people. Make sense? I hope this is starting to turn the wheels. Okay, with Offer Vault, we're kind of doing freelancing and affiliate marketing. We're not reselling somebody's product. We're not also creating our own product and having to make money by producing sales. Okay, we're not doing that. What we do is we have to get people who are interested in cooking to this site, and every time somebody lands on this site and they enter their email at the very bottom of the site right here, every time they do that, we would get paid $25. So how would we go about getting more customers for all three of these ways, all three of these strategies? Well, let's go with the Martha Stewart strategy. And this can be implemented with Freelancer and Fiverr. Okay, so once we add ourselves to a private Facebook group, or I should say closed, pardon me, once we add ourselves to a closed Facebook group, we want to see the engagement in that group. So I've actually gone ahead, not this one, we're ahead of ourselves here, but I've actually gone ahead and I've added myself, I actually was finally accepted into this private or closed Facebook group community. It's called Fasting for Weight Loss. It's a closed group where only members can see the post and actually engage in it. There's 43,300 members. Okay, I want you guys to keep this in mind. And there's also some recommended other Facebook groups where I can add myself into those. We're not going to worry about that. What I want to do, all right, is I want to see the engagement in here. Okay, and as you can see, there is a ton of engagement. This is not a dead group. A lot of people are engaging in this group. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So now what I can do, and again, I've talked about this in other videos, what I can do that's very, very ninja is I'm going to create my own Facebook group, and it's going to be titled very, very similar to this Facebook group. Okay, because again, we're in the same niche and I don't want to come in this Facebook group and I don't want to spam people with my links to my specific product offer from Offer Vault or my specific listing on Freelancer or Fiverr.com. I don't want to do that. I want to attract people in to my business for free. So what's the easiest way to do this without doing video marketing, getting in front of the camera? Well, it's going out there and doing it old school, but virtually. Old school, you go door to door, you go talk to your neighbors, you go call up your friends and family. That's old school strategies that did work back in the day. Online now, we have this virtual world of social media. So use it and use it smartly. Stupid people that go out there and spam and harass people, not you. You're better than that. So we go out there, we mimic, all right, with a similar title, all right, to the Facebook group that we got accepted in. Then what we do is we can change the photo. I found this photo just on Google. I put it in here. All right. And then what we can do is we can start posting value-based content. Here's an example of value-based content. I put newsletter, Go Authority Nutrition, evidence based on how to intermediate fasting can help you lose weight. I literally just copied and pasted this specific article right here, the status update, from an article I found on the internet about fasting. Okay, do you think people in this fasting group, okay, in this fasting group right here, fasting for weight loss, would be interested in the article I posted on my Facebook group? Okay, absolutely. Now you want to make sure when you create your Facebook group, it's public. Okay, and you might be wondering, well, Brando, why do I need to create a Facebook group? The reason for this is think of your Facebook group as a filtration system. Okay, this is how you're going to get customers. This is how you're going to make money on Fiverr, with Freelancer, and also with OfferVault. This is how you're going to do it. So we went ahead and we've posted this value-based thing that is related to, all right, our niche, related back to our actual audience that we got accepted into. Keep in mind, we're offering a Martha Stewart food box recipe. Do you think people who are interested in Martha Stewart food box recipes would be interested in weight loss, diet, exercise, all that stuff? Absolutely. And do you think people in weight loss, diet, exercise would be interested in Martha Stewart's best recipes? Absolutely. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take this URL link. So I'm going to click on the 35 minutes ago. I'm going to take this link. I'm going to copy it. Okay, and then what I can do is I can come over here, and I'm not going to take the link and I'm not going to spam people. No, 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 no. That's not what I'm doing. Okay, other people are going to tell you to do that. That's how you get kicked out of the group. Okay, don't do that. All right, what we're going to do that's going to separate us above the competition is we're going to see a post that's got engagement. We're going to open up the comments. Okay, and as you can see, it's like, go girl, after 7 kids, my first thought at my pregnancy test, blah, 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 this woman was pregnant or something, right? 14 pounds in 92 hours. I have read it wrong. No, I lost 10 pounds in 92 hours, right? So what we could do is we could put, oh my gosh, that's amazing. All right, good job, Serena. Would love to connect with you further. Feel free to add me as a friend or something like that. So we can get them to add us as a friend, and we can just engage in here. And what we want to do from the get-go is we want to engage with people, and automatically when you start engaging with people consistently, they're going to start adding you as a friend. Okay, they're going to start adding you as a friend. And then what you can do is when you have these people as friends, okay, you can message them like this woman here. Let's say I started commenting on her feed, right? She left a comment here. It said, you didn't mess up. You had a nice feast, which is the point of fasting. Sounds like you're well prepared and you know what you're doing. Keep up, Serena. Congrats on your 14-pound weight loss so far. So what I can do is I can come over here. I can be like, hey, Carla, just joined the fasting weight loss closed group. Been having a ball of fun in it with all the value delivered. How long have you been in it? All right, just engaging with them, not pitching them my product right away, not telling them to go to my Capsh page, not pitching them to go to my Fiverr page where I have my service listed or my Freelancer page. No, 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 just engaging a question, okay? And I could literally take this, copy and paste this message, and I could send it to a couple other people in the group. Just being very friendly, being very, not intrusive, but very, accepting, right? It's like, hey, I just joined the group. I was wondering how long you've been in the group. I really love the content, and it sparks a conversation with them. And then after I get a response from her, what I can do is I can say, hey, I just made a Facebook post on my group, and it gives a little bit more in-depth value on, or it gives a little bit more in-depth tips on how you can fast properly, and it can help you lose weight. Would love to get your opinion on it before I share it in the group. And then what that person's going to do, what Carla would do is after she responds, and then after I reply to her like that, she's going to check it out on my Facebook group. She's going to read the whole thing because I asked her, would love to get your opinion on it. She's going to go through it because, again, it's speaking directly to her. She's in a fasting group already. This is a fasting article. And she's going to be like, wow, Brando, I really love it. It was good. It had tons of value. Okay, and then what she's going to do is she's probably going to join the group, okay? She's going to join the group, and then what I can do is after I get my response back from her, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over to this Facebook group, all right? I'm going to tag her in a post, okay? So I would create a new post, okay? I'd go all the way to the top here. I'd create a new post. I'd be like, hey, y'all, put hey, y'all, and then I tag the girl that I messaged. So you don't have to go out there and message 50 people individually. You just want to message 2 or 3 people, wait till you get a response back. And then after you get a response back from them, okay, using kind of the same verbiage that I did, what you want to do is you want to create social proof in that group because not everyone's going to listen to you. Some people will think you're spamming just your link out there. What you want to do is you want to be like, hey, y'all, Carla Rosa said this was helpful for her because it has to do with fasting and weight loss. I just did up this article, was wondering what all your opinions were on it as well. Anything I need to critique, anything you want added, let me know if you implement it. And then what I would do is I would add my link back to my article here. And again, the cool thing about the article is it's not linking back to a product pitch or anything. Okay. And why are we doing this? Because what we want to do is we want to build our own Facebook group up to 50, 100, 200, 1,000 people that like, know, and trust us, that are in the same niche as us, like Carla, like all the other people in here, okay? Everyone else in here, all the 43,000 other members. And then what we want to do is once we have some members in there, all right, every second post, every third post we post in here, I recommend posting 3 times a day, okay? And in your third post, okay, so your first 2 posts are just value, value, value. And then at the end of your third post, at the end of it, you can link back to your product. You can link back to your Freelancer site where you're teaching people how to do up, SEO, how to do an article, that you're going to offer a service when it comes to article writing so that they don't have to set up their own Shopify store, how they can get Martha Stewart's best recipes. Okay. They just have to click on the site, opt in, and that's it. Okay. You can mention that at the end of your post, okay? Because you've delivered so much value. You've led with value. That's the whole key criteria, guys. So you delivered all this value in the beginning, and then at the end, you could link back right here, all right, to that actual opt-in. And then when people see that, guess what? They're going to opt in, okay? Makes sense? I really do hope so, guys. So that's all you're doing. That's it. That is all. That is all. So again, guys, closing out this video, all we're doing is we're going to Fiverr, all right? We're going to these freelancing sites. We're posting our gigs because it's going to give us a little bit more exposure, all right? It may not make you sales right off the get-go, but we're going here, all right? We're getting a little bit more exposure. We're going to be able to network with people already on here, and we're going to be able to kind of pitch our bid for specific services people are looking to pay for. And then what we're doing to really amplify our business is we're connecting, even with OfferVault, is we're connecting with our customers, our potential customers on Facebook through Facebook groups, okay? Like this one right here. Maybe I got accepted into the group already. I did. You can see that I already got accepted into the Shopify Dropshipping Ninjas group, where I'm sure there's lots of activity. Look at this. There's a lot of activity, a lot of people asking questions, a lot of people engaging in here. So if I was offering a freelancing service around marketing, video marketing, editing people's videos for their marketing and doing their marketing for them, or writing out their websites, their copywriting on their websites. If I was offering that service for people who use Shopify, which is a website builder, guess what? I would start networking with these people. I would start messaging them one-on-one, okay? And then what I would do is I would create a Facebook group, okay? My own Facebook group. I don't know where it is. All right, I'd create my own Facebook group that is based around that. And then what I would do is through private messaging people and engaging and commenting here, not promoting or pitching links or spamming links. Okay, by private messaging people and just getting to know people, I would then feed them through to my Facebook group where I'm delivering that value, okay, where they can see my value, and then they can get to know me a little bit more, and then they can click on my links. They can see the services that I'm offering for Shopify and how I can build out their websites for only $100 without them having to worry about that. Does that make sense? And this is how you can literally go out there in the next 30 days and make $2,500 a month. Okay, and the cool thing is, do you have to use Fiverr? Do you have to use freelancer.com? And do you have to use OfferVault? No, you don't. Okay, you don't. What you could do, okay, what you could do is you could do consulting. You could charge your own consulting services. Once you become an expert on a specific niche that's competitive, all right, that's high in demand, like, graphic design, creating logos for people or writing articles for people, what you can do is you can charge your own consulting fees. Okay, and this would be super easy for you to go out there and make $2,500 in the next 30 days. Because let's say you're charging $100. All right, let's say you're charging $100 to completely set up 100% a person's Shopify store. Okay, so you're going to set up somebody's Shopify store completely with product images that are branded, all right, with their product description, with their terms of services. You're going to completely 100% set up their whole website for them. Let's say you became knowledgeable on that after watching some YouTube videos. Now, people don't want to do this themselves. Why? Because it takes up a lot of time. So you're going to charge $100 for this service. And what you can do is, let's say you go out there and you start getting yourself added to these Shopify groups on Facebook. Okay, you add yourself to about 10 groups. Okay, that's what you want to do. So you add yourself to about 10 groups. All right, you start actively communicating with people in those 10 groups. Okay, you start actively communicating with people. Let's say you start messaging, I'm going to say 15 people per day. All right, 15 people per day is like 400 people per month that you message. All right, out of those 400 people per month that you message, you redirect them to your Facebook group. And the reason why you want to direct them to your Facebook group is because when you're messaging people, you want a home base where people can always come to, where you don't have to go out there and re-get people. All right, reality is, business is all about building trust and relationships with people. You can't do that by them seeing you one time. So that's why you want to get people on your closed Facebook group. So out of those 400 people, let's say you get half of them on your Facebook group. Well, in your Facebook group, once a week or once every 3 posts, you promote your services. All right, your services, which are $100 to create somebody's whole Shopify store. All right, and let's say out of those 200 people, you get about 30 people to buy that specific service. Well, guess what? 30 people is not a lot of people out of 200, and you, my friend, have made $3,000 in 1 month. All right, very easy to do. Very easy to do. Do you see the bigger picture now? Does this get you excited? Okay, you can do this if you are dirt broke, guys, playing with dirt. I'm telling you, you can do this. Okay, it's not even technical. You just have to become knowledgeable and develop a skill set in a competitive niche that's high in demand, because where there's high in demand things, you can capitalize on that from a new person. All right, from a new person by lowballing the competition. Most people will charge this much times 10. Okay, they're going to charge $1,000 to create a website for a person. $100 is so cheap to do that, and you're saving people a lot of time, so they're going to see that value. And also, they already know who you are because those 200 people are on your Facebook group. So do you need to have a big Facebook group to be able to make a lot of money every single month? No, okay, you don't. You don't need a big following. You don't need a big Facebook group. You just need to make sure that you follow this, you apply it, you take action on it, and that's what's going to kick your ass. That's what's going to kick ass out there. All right, so I've literally gone over it from A to Z, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did putting it together for you. Now, the only difference between you seeing this and then this actually coming to fruition for you is the action part. It's the hardest thing. It's changing your habits. It's starting to take action. It's starting to get uncomfortable. And I encourage you to do it because it's freaking awesome, guys. Life is so much better on the other side of your comfort zone. So if you guys did enjoy this and you like this kind of information, I highly encourage you, in ending out my little pitch, check out my Unbreakable Traffic Academy course. It will be the first link down below, where I talk about the breakdown of how I've been able to personally attract over 11,000 customers to me and my business that I started from scratch in 2017. And I did that in under 5 months. So if you want to learn how to do that, check out the Unbreakable Traffic Academy course. First link there. And I will see you guys at the top. Take care. Peace out. Okay, welcome back, guys, to another video. Today, what we're going to be doing is, I don't know what I'm going to say. I need to figure this out. Okay, what I'm going to be sharing with you today is I'm going to be talking about the 3 ways you can apply. Okay, Brando, you don't know how to speak English properly. Let's give it another go. Do I look buff when I, like, roll up those sleeves a little bit more? I look like a buff white guy, don't I? I'm Mr. Macho Man. Okay.